Today I will show you how to create an invoice. So, to start off with, go to the Shortcuts box, then click Tax Invoices. From here, press New Transaction. So here we have the invoice form. This is a pretty straightforward process. To fill it out, all we need to do is just put the relevant information into the relevant boxes. So, to start off with, in this primary information area, we have the customer. In this box, you must put down the name of the customer that you are selling to. In this example, I am selling to Trade Fair. So I will select this double down box here. Then I'd select list. Then I would type TRADE and press search and see if it comes up. There we go, Trade Fair International. I would make sure that the current date is correct for this invoice. So today is in fact the 29th of the 9th, 2017. I would then make sure that I've set the correct due date. So this one's set to be a month from now, which sounds correct to me. Up here we have the PO number. Basically this is if your sale is the result of a purchase order. Here you type in their purchase order number, which would make it easier for them to search for their invoice, which is linked to the purchase order. And below we have a memo. The memo is basically used to add some relevant information to give the invoice a bit of background. It is also displayed on the invoice. So for example, I would write, this is a test. Scrolling down, we have the fleet information area. Here is where we would type in the information relating to the fleet. So fleet number is 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hours are 2, position is whatever works, and delivery docket number. Anyway, moving down, we have the sales information. Here is where you select which sales rep is responsible for the sale. So I'm just going to say Xiaomi is responsible for this one. And you can select a lead source, which could be asked or gathered however. So for example, let's say this lead came through an existing customer. And then you must fill in the entered by area right here. This is to show who actually entered the form and created it. So go to list here and then select your name. This area has now been filled out adequately. The next area is classification. Classification is used to tell us the location and department. Essentially, you'll find the department usually has your department already filled in, but in some cases it might not be. In those cases, press the drop-down arrow and select your department. You must also select your location. So in my case, I'm head office, so I would select head office. The next area we have is the items area. As you can see, it comes in this dark blue tab here, and make sure you have items selected. Directly below this, we can see that we have the item discount. Here we can select a discount reason, and then apply a rate, which is here. For the time being, we'll have no discount on this item, so we'll leave it as blank. Below that, we can actually select the item that we would like to sell. So for example, in this case, I'll go to list on this little item and select the name of an item that I would like to sell. So let's say this 10-16.5. And I would like to sell 4 of them. Let's just say, so I'll type 4 into the quantity section here. As you can see, we also have this affiliate price area here. We can actually change this to whatever preset price we'd like. Retail price, affiliate, major, NTP, reseller, and custom. Custom allows you to type in a custom price. For the time being, we'll leave it as affiliate. As you can see, the rest of the information is automatically filled in based on the price you chose. Once you are sure that this is all accurate, press the Add button here. The next thing you might want to do before finishing is check the shipping area to make sure the shipper is the correct shipping address. Furthermore, check the billing area by clicking this little billing button here to ensure that you have the right billing address. Finally, once you're sure that billing, shipping, and items are all correct, you can go down to this little blue box here, and you have a bunch of options. You can save and print, or you can save an email. Most of the time, we want to email the customer the invoice so they have it to go off by for their billing. So usually you would press save an email. You can also email a version to yourself once you press this button. This is the document that will be produced from the invoice and that will be sent via email or if you print it. As you can see, it's a pretty standard invoice, all relevant information. Finally, what happens if a customer finds an error in the invoice and we have to add a credit note to it? To do this, go back to tax invoices on this shortcuts box, click it. And from here, you can usually find your invoice in this list. So this is my invoice. Once you're in this invoice, press the credit button up here. From here, you can add a credit note to the invoice. This will reduce the total cost of the invoice. This can be done by filling in this area down here. All you have to do after that is press save, and it will amend it to the invoice.